Some people don't deserve to be parents. Some people deserve to burn so bad that, they're just nothing. They deserve it. People who hurt kids deserve it. People who hurt their own kids deserve it. People who allow others to purposely hurt their kids deserve it. They deserve the worst of the worst. I hate these people. I have no sympathy for these. We're gonna call them inhumans. They're not human beings to me. Women who allow their boyfriend to beat their children to death deserve nothing. They don't deserve no respect. They deserve no empathy. I don't care about these women. I don't. I have little to no feelings about these people. Like, I wish these women nothing but the worst. And yes, you can say, maybe he was beating them. Look, this is a child. You allow somebody to beat your child to death, you're the problem too. That's just what it is. I don't care what. No. We're done taking, saying that, things happen and you never know what happened. No. No. Because somebody try to kill your child is fight or flight. It's on sight. Like, you have to protect your child unless you don't want to. Now, these cases like this could be that the woman she's trying to save her marriage and save her child from her husband. But there's also people who purposely don't care for their kids, and they'll allow the man, not like the new boyfriend, to kill the child. I've done many cases like that as well. These freaking disgusting women and men deserve nothing. Like, do you not care about a life? You're living, you're breathing, you're eating, but the little kids have to die because of your goddamn issues that you do have, by the way. Make that clear. Stuff like this, you have little respect for humanity, because it's like so many people are murdering, and I don't understand why. Once again, you kill your child, you're scum. You allow somebody else to kill your child, I was about to say it, y'all. Oh my God. You're freaking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're jumping right into this. Every time I have to talk about kids who pass away, I get right into it because it's so heartbreaking. It's so dark, y'all. The kid murders are the darkest to me. You just don't wish this on no child. Why would you take a child's life? Okay, you don't do this. How disgusting can you be as an adult and as a parent? And just the fact that you can take a life and beat a child so they're not blinking anymore is the most insane thing to hear. Oh my God. I heard about this case a while ago. Okay. I think they're now going to say what the woman got, but it's her and her boyfriend before we talk about this. I heard it was last year, like the beginning of last year. And I think this happened in 2021. I could be wrong, during COVID. We'll see. But I remember this case because I cried. I cried so much hearing about this case because it's that scary. It's that sad for the kids involved. I was like, how can somebody be this, the parents or the mother? I was like, how can somebody birth these kids and be that just disgusting, and you don't care and you allowed this to happen? We have a woman who allowed her boyfriend to beat her son to death. Little kid, so freaking adorable. He was a gorgeous little boy. And you have her allowing him to beat him to death. The kid said that he beat him until he stopped blinking. He died. Now, he's dead. What do? His body is covered with a blue sheet or with a sheet and left in the apartment. She left, mind you. And her reason for leaving is so he don't hurt her kids. I do believe they were gone for some months or weeks. I'm pretty sure it's some months though, because this little boy, his body decayed in that apartment, and those other kids were still there. They had to live in there with that body. Now, I cried. I was like, oh my goodness, that was, it was just sad. It's just insane hearing something like that. I just don't understand. How can you do this as your child? Who is this man, this boyfriend who you're obviously afraid of, but you allow him to beat your son to death, and then you leave? You don't call the cops. You just leave with him? She's 100% to blame too, mind you. I don't care. I don't care what nobody says. Take a domestic violence with her off the table. I don't care. I don't care. These are kids. And this is why I'm saying I don't care. We have a child that died, and we have our other kids who are in the home with the child, with their brother. How heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. If it was week, I know it was months, y'all. I swear it was months. We'll see though, but nope. And my eye is watering, but y'all, it's not because of this. It's just my eye is watering. But nobody smelled anything next door. Nobody like reported anything, I think, until some time. But you have that's, oh my God, the fear, the freaking horror from this. Just living in the home with the body. Oh my God, it's just like he's just covered on the chair or on the couch. I don't know if they covered him or the kids covered him. No matter what, somebody covered him and left his body there. And the kids are now traumatized because of this. And this disgusting woman, this mother who birthed these kids, should just, she's absolutely nothing. I don't care. You go to the cops. You called the cops. You had every chance to call the cops. You freaking disgusting, foul life of a woman, okay? I cannot believe that this happened. It's so heartbreaking for that little boy to be beat to death. Who is this man? And I think I seen a picture of his. I think he got the they need stuff like this, death penalty 100%. This and like people who decapitate people, because I have another case with that next week, y'all. These freaking decapitations insane. But people like this who kill kids deserve death penalty 100%. Get them out of here. They're not wanted. It's just, I just can imagine. I cannot imagine somebody doing that to a child. Somebody you birthed, you're absolutely foul. So we're just going to jump right into this one. Let's get into it. Mother who let boyfriend beat 8-year-old son to death before forcing the boy's siblings to live with his body for a year receives fate. Oh my God. I literally thought it was months. His body was there decaying for a year. Now, when the body decays, stuff falls off. I'm talking about skin is decaying. Maggots. Insects. I'm about to like literally get itchy thinking about that. Maggots. Oh my God. The smell. Drip. Like, oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Like a year? Nobody, no neighbor smelled anything. Nobody, like, with the family, because I do know, I think it's the grandma says something about her always being away. Where the hell were you? Nobody checked on these kids? Did they go to school? Welfare checks? Anything? Maybe she took him out of school a long time ago and nobody knew. I don't know. A year just threw me off. Oh my God. Let's continue. So, this pig of a woman, and y'all know I said it to people I really dislike and I don't care about this woman whatsoever. Her name is Gloria Williams and his name is Kendrick Lee. He's a little cute little boy. Oh my God, he was so cute. The mother who did nothing to stop her boyfriend beating her 8-year-old son to death and then forced the 3 other kids to live with the boy's decaying remains will spend the next 5 decades behind bars. Yes, 50 years. She's done. This is what we need. We need more sentences like this because it's really putting out that you can't get away with this stuff. This is illegal. You're just to blame, just as the boyfriend. And I pray he got life in prison too, because this is, oh my God. I think people like this should not get fed. They should be like, just let him starve to death in a cell with nothing and suffer. So, and put his pictures all around the cell so she can suffer to death. That's what we need to be doing. Gloria Williams, 38, pleaded guilty last month to causing serious bodily injury by omission in the death of her son, Kendrick Lee. A judge found her boyfriend, 34-year-old Brian Ward, Coulter, guilty of first-degree murder in April and sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole after a 5-day bench trial. During her sentencing hearing Tuesday, Williams told a judge she regretted allowing her children to live with her son's body, but said she did so to keep them away from the boyfriend. while displaying gruesome and disturbing photos from the scene and of the boy for the courtroom during the trial. Prosecutors refrained from doing so during Williams' 2-day sentencing hearing and instead just showed them to individual witnesses. Oh my God. Like y'all, I really couldn't see the photos. I would cry so hard. I'd probably jump on her, attack her, and probably try to end her life. And 100% guilty. Like no thought about it. Both of them, get them out of here. That's so horrifying. That's why I'm so afraid to go like be in a trial. Don't show me nothing, because and I'm happy they only showed certain people that wanted to see it, to see how like insane it was, because that would really traumatize me. I can't see a deceased child. I would just be so heartbroken and want to end those people. Like, I don't care. And the fact that she said she regretted allowing him to live, yeah, no shit. And the fact that you didn't call the cops, there's so much. And I did hear, I remember cops, when this happened, when I saw it on the news, the cops was talking about how they were just so shocked by the smell and what they saw in there, and how the kids were able to stay there. It's just so much. Oh my God. Her defense attorney reportedly emphasized it was Coulter, the boyfriend, who doled out the abuse, while prosecutors highlighted her inaction. Prosecutors reportedly showed text messages between her and the boyfriend that showed while she questioned his abuse toward children, she still professed her love for him. Before we get into the kids and what everything looked like, just right there is why I'm going to stick to saying that I don't care for this woman. She's absolutely scum to me. She can burn in hell, rot in hell, live in there, have fun. I don't care. You're disgusting. You're a piece of trash. And I'm going to continue to say that. She's like, this is the only thing that her defense attorney can say is that he was the ringleader of it all and abusing her to like allow him to do it. But like they said, even though she's saying, well, she was texting, basically, stop abusing them, you're doing too much, because that's what it sounds like. She's still professing her love for him. So 100% this woman did not care about her kids. Women, a lot of women, it's crazy. A lot of women would do a lot for a man. And they're weak because of that. Yes, I'm saying this. I'm not talking about women who get beat by a man. I'm talking about women who allowed their kids to get beat by the man. Because there are women who allowed that because they don't care. We did a case recently, actually, which I went ham on that one too. It was that the two black couple. I'm going to put it up here. But she allowed, I think he's a stepdad, to torture her kids. And she also did torturing them too. And I was like, bro, that was insane. You got women that will really lower themselves to nothing to please a man. And it's crazy that there's people out there like this. Mind you, there's manipulation involved, yeah, but there's also women who do not care. Now, I'm saying this because to put that in y'all head, there are some women who get beat down to nothing and they have no choice but to stay in the relationship because, one, they're afraid to leave, they're afraid for their life. But you also have some evil people. There's a couple, actually a lot of cases I've done with couples that both don't care for the kids and they'll kill them together, they're abusing together, they allow the other party to do it because they don't care. When you have women that do that, absolutely disgusting, because you birth these kids and they might not have no attachment to them. There are people like that. There are people like that, y'all. So when I'm saying stuff like this, just know it's coming out of a place of anger in the stuff you read. When I'm hearing about kids getting killed by their parents, absolutely disgusting. That's why it's so hard for me to like sympathize with people, which I do not. In these cases, I don't sympathize with these people whatsoever. I don't care what she's been through. I really don't. Like, I'm just thinking about the kids in this situation. That's what we should do. This woman is disgusting. 50 years, 100% deserved. They should have given her death penalty, her and him. As Law and Crime previously reported, shocked detectives began their investigations in October 2021, COVID time, when a then 15-year-old boy called 911 to say he and his siblings, then ages 7 and 11, had been living with Kendrick's body in the West Houston home for a year. Investigators later learned that after Kendrick's death sometime in late 2020, the boyfriend and the mother covered the boy's body with a blue blanket and then moved to another apartment, leaving the kids behind. Cops arrested the pair a couple of weeks after the 15-year-old 911 call. They probably couldn't find them. The siblings testified that they saw Coulter, the boyfriend, repeatedly beating Kendrick while he was still alive. The youngest brother told the judge about how he watched Kendrick's eyes until he stopped blinking during the beating. That is very heartbreaking to see. And knowing you can't do anything because, you know, they're little kids and they probably got beat too. These people who were supposed to take care of them really left them to nothing. And you can probably ask yourself, why didn't the 14-year-old at the time like call for help? He was afraid, obviously. He saw what happened. He saw his brother get beat to death. You don't know. You probably think he's going to come back anytime. You don't know. It's literally shell shocked. You're literally shocked. You don't know what to do out of fear. And that's so heartbreaking because that do happen. You're literally shocked. You're stuck in a frenzy. You don't know what to do. You can only try to take care of your siblings. And it's so sad because their mother did not care. And she allowed this to happen. And the fact that you can beat a child to like to death is so like insane. These little kids have little bodies. This little boy is so tiny, and you allowed this grown man with all this force to beat your child to death. The fact that you can hit a child in their face until they stop blinking is the most horrifying thing. And I'm about to like tear up, and I'm trying to hurry up and like get back to reading because it's so sad to even think that people could do that. You're like, oh my God, I don't see these people as humans. It's so heartbreaking. I just wouldn't know what to do. Like, I literally want to fight this woman. And if there's a lot of people out here like this still who would rather, like, you know, abuse your child, abuse their kids, and like kill their kids for no reason. Like, and when I say stuff like this all the time, y'all, in my videos, but if you have that urge for some reason to hurt your child and take your child life, you go do that to yourself. Because obviously you hate yourself. You're not wanted here. Who gives you the right just to take somebody else's life, especially a kid? You disgusting people. The death of Kendrick Lee was so tragic, and because of the fact that for so long there was no one to speak up for him, we felt like we had a duty to be his voice, said Assistant District Attorney Celeste Bryam after Coulter's conviction. It was important that we were able to secure justice for him, said co-counsel Edward A. Applebaum. No matter who you are, if you're a human being, the fact of this case will shake you to the core. It's a horrific act. Williams' charge accused her of failing to protect Kendrick and give him proper medical care, food, and shelter. This should really piss you off. The fact that they moved to another apartment. Oh my God. I just really hate people. People who do stuff like this. That little boy just did not deserve whatever he got. He don't deserve it. The fact that his siblings had to watch it, hear it, and then not hear it. How horrifying is that? Did y'all catch that? You're hearing this little boy scream and cry, getting beat to death, punched to death. And then the most, I think the scariest part of that whole interaction of him getting killed and beat to death is, I think, when you don't hear it because you know he's gone. That is, oh my God. And then left them there and then just moved to another apartment. You have no goddamn remorse and you just leave. This is in Houston, so I'm happy. Oh, they got a really good sentence, okay? I wish that they would do more sentencing like this because a lot of women need to be at fault. I'm all for saying, like, you know, some women don't deserve it because they were abused themselves, but look, that's only when there's not kids involved. You have kids involved, you have a duty to protect that child, okay? And that might mean fighting for your life and that child's life, but no matter, out of fear, you have to do it. Like and she allowed this to happen. Mind you, she allowed it. Let's not take that from her. Like I said, there's a lot of women like this. You have a duty to protect the child that you birthed. This dude, this stranger, that's what he is. This stranger come into this life with, like, come into this family with kids, knowing he don't want these kids, and he would rather beat them to death. And you allowed that to happen. No. Just to blame. Both of y'all just to blame. They need to start charging a lot of women too with these because they don't protect the kids. And I'm going to fully stand by that. It was something I seen on the news. This woman, and this is an example of trying to do the right thing. She was getting abused. I think she was getting abused from her husband, and she didn't have a way out. But that's how much fear he put in. I'm just saying that I just saw this on the news. This is the amount of fear he put into her. She had to leave a note with her child to take it to school to take to a teacher. And I'm happy they was able to get help because she told the teacher not to call the cops. She told her because she called the house and say that her son got into a fight so she can come up there so she can get away. So she would have an excuse to leave because her husband wouldn't let her leave the house. That's how much fear these men put into these women. But you see, she found a way. I just, it's so heartbreaking. You know, women go through a lot too. And I'm talking about, these are two different cases, mind you. This is a woman who allowed this to happen. But in that case with that woman, she was like, I'm happy she was able to get out, and I think she was able to get out and go like up there and then leave and call the cops and go get help from that crazy psycho dude. I would have easily put some of his drink and ended it, because I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna have to go to prison, because there ain't no way. No. I'd rather just go to prison and poison you, because I'm talking about, I'd rather go to prison and poison you, because there ain't no way. No. But you had this woman, in this case her, disgusting. You allowed this man to beat your kid to death, and then you cover him up with a blanket, don't call the cops, leave because you was in fear, trying to protect your kids from him. And doing that mean going to another apartment with him, living a whole new life, mind you, without her kids. I have no sympathy for this woman, y'all. This is a sad case. I had to talk about this. It's been on my list for a while. I was like, am I going to talk about it or not? And I had to. These are the saddest cases to me with the kids. It's so heartbreaking. I stick to what I said about her and about women like her, because there's a lot of women who don't want their kids. They don't care what happens. You don't have no remorse until you get arrested. That's why, no. I wouldn't even want to be her defense attorney. You can't defend this. You cannot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I said enough. I'm angry and I'm sad. And kid cases always makes me the saddest, because it's like thinking about what kids go through. This is why I always said I would adopt a child, because you never know what they've been through. And I will only adopt a child if I'm able to provide for that child. A lot of kids like this, man, they need therapy. What they've seen, those kids are going to need some years of therapy. Like, that's traumatizing. They're always going to remember that sight of their brother. Then, like, oh my God, that's just, and I hope they never looked under the blanket. That's the most shocking and horrifying thing. Mind you, I've heard a little more than what they said on this one, because this is a little bit after, but I do know they said his body was just so badly decayed. Like, it was beyond, like, there was maggots. The apartment was infested with like rats and roaches and mold everywhere, because I believe that they didn't, I don't know if some stuff wasn't working, but that it was like mold everywhere. It was hot, and you had his body decaying in there with the kids. It was, I know they had to bring hazmat suits up in there. It was a lot going on. This was not livable whatsoever. It was so horrifying. And the little boy, I do know the older brother was going to the store to buy food, but think about it, he still didn't say anything out of fear. They don't know what's going on. Not knowing if they were ever in school, mind you, I don't know, but the fear in these kids was really showing. And the fact that they tried to, he had to, because I think she was giving them money. I don't know. It was a lot more to it. All I know is that apartment was a hazard, health hazard. I saw white suits in that picture. They was like covered up. It was that bad. Oh my God. And once again, I cannot believe this was for a whole year. I thought it was months. It was for a whole year. Oh, that's so horrifying, y'all. I had to talk about it. I feel so bad, and I just wouldn't know what to do. I would really hurt that woman. Like, I would fully hurt her if I was like near her. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care of your kids. This is coming from somebody who don't have kids. I'm not joking. Like, people like this do not deserve to breathe. They do not deserve a light of day. They deserve nothing. Women and men. I don't care. I have no remorse or sympathy for these women and men. So, because that man is, oh God, they should have gave him death penalty. Please just kill these people. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay safe. Stay aware. Stay alert. Stop meeting people like this. Bad influences. And she didn't care for her kids, and he didn't either. So why would they keep them, huh? Insane. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.